Hi guys, so we are going to paint Pikachu, and we should have all of our paints and everything ready. I'll have a supply list if you need one. So I'm going to get started, and I'm going to start with the background with the larger brush, and I'm just going to start painting the whole entire background black. Okay, just paint the whole thing. Okay. And just go around, fill it all in. Okay. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you enjoy the painting. I apologize for my super dry hands, but with all this coronavirus, I think we've all been washing our hands like 100 times plus a day. Okay. Okay, just try to be careful around the edges. Hoping there's not a whole glare. I can't really see the camera where I'm at, so. Okay, just keep going around the edges. And fill it all in. Just like that. Okay. Harder on these little feet of his. Okay, just fill that all in. Make sure it's all blended. Like that. Okay, and just keep filling it. Okay, now I'm gonna try to get in here real quick. Just get in there. Okay. This. Okay, just gonna go just like that. Okay, and then make sure it's all filled in. If you see some streaky marks, just go over it. You can even wait for it to dry a little bit if you want. It's completely up to you. For video reasons, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna keep going. And get that all in there. Just make sure it's all filled in. Yep, I think that's about good. It's pretty good. So, okay, and like I said, if you want to let it dry So you can, sometimes whenever you paint inside, you like kind of lean your hand on the outer edge. So if you need to do that, then you might want it to dry a little bit, or else you'll have black all over your hand. So, okay, so I'm gonna clean out my brush really good. And I'm going to dry it. I'm gonna make sure it's super dry and get all that paint out. Then I'm just gonna go in my water and dip it in my white. So I do want it to be wet because I'm going to, oops, do the background just like that. Actually, that looks really good. So I'm just gonna keep it. Okay, and that's gonna be the background. Now that is a bit much, but I mean, if you have any mistakes or anything, baby wipes are really good to wipe, or you can even get a paper towel or whatever. Just go ahead and, okay, so there you have it. There's our background. Actually looks cool. And if you get it on Pikachu, which I'm sure you will, just either get your paper towel or whatever you have, napkin, baby wipe, and just kind of clean them in there. We're going to paint over them anyways, but it'll save us from having to do a whole bunch of cleanup. So, okay, so there's the background. And now we're going to go in for his body. Okay. Now we're going to go in with our yellow. And you can use the big brush or you can use the smaller one. That's completely up to you, whatever you feel most comfortable with. In the bigger areas, I might go back and forth. I haven't decided yet, so we'll see how it goes. And once again, like I said, if you want yours to dry, then that's okay. As you can see, I just went into my black a little bit. So just go ahead and let it dry if you want. If not, that's okay too. You can blow dry it as well. Okay, we're gonna do this little area. This little tiny rectangle is black, and so is this little part back here. So we're gonna keep those empty for now, okay? And all these little areas, and we're gonna go back over and just line them with the brush at the end, so it's okay if we cover those black spots. And the tips of his ears are black as well, so we're gonna avoid those for right now. Okay, just fill them all in. And the eyes, don't go over the eyes because those are black and they have a white dot, so if we avoid them, then we won't have to wait for them to dry or go clean up from our paints mixing a whole bunch. So we're just gonna fill him in, try to go around the eyes. If you go, and the cheeks too, those are red. So if you go over them, it's really okay, because you can cover up any paint really if you just allow it to dry. So you do whatever you want. Okay, there's no mistakes. This is your art, so you do it however you feel like it. Okay. So just keep filling them in. His little feet, I'm gonna go with my smaller brush now and fill in his little feet area. And remember, we're gonna go back in with the liner to do the black lines, so that's okay if you cover them, okay? And if it's easier for you to go with the small brush around the eyes or the cheeks, then definitely do that. The mouth is red as well, so we're gonna go around the mouth and keep that too. And the nose is black, so we're just gonna go around there, just like that. Okay. And you can always go over this another layer if you want after. Let it just or if you need to go back and you see any areas that need to be a little bit more filled in. Looks like I grabbed some black from somewhere. That's all right though. Just fill in his little hands. Go around his cheek over here. Okay, just like that. Okay, just keep filling his little body and his feet and his hands and everything in. Okay. And I think I'm actually gonna go over it with another layer, so you can or you don't have to, it's up to you. Okay, so just gonna go back with my other brush and just fill it in areas that are a little bit lighter than others. Okay, just like that. Okay, I think that's going to go over here. And if you go outside the lines any, don't worry about it because we're going to outline it, and we're also going to, you can touch it up with some more black if we go too far outside the lines if you wanted to. So, okay, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to fill in the black areas right here, his little ear. Just like that. And now you'll see that this is going to actually blend with the background, but I'm going to go in after to kind of put a little bit of a white line just to separate the two. And we'll do that in a minute, just so you can, it doesn't blend too much. Okay, but just fill that part in, just like that. And then what else is black? His little nose is black. Yeah, so you gotta be careful. His little nose is black, so we're gonna go in and fill in his little nose, just like that. And the out parts of his eyes are black, so we're gonna go in with, whoops, we're gonna go in with this little around the eye, just like that. Keep the center part. That's going to be white. Okay, just fill all that in. Okay, and I'm gonna go over here and do the same thing. And I have quite a bit of yellow right there, so it's probably gonna try to mix, but that's okay. I can always go back and touch it up if it mixes too much. And just fill that in, just like that. Okay. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to, actually I forgot those little areas in the back. So this is some little caper. I'm not really sure what this is. But we're gonna do that. And the same with this. I'm gonna go in with a little white line to kind of show the difference there from the back. Okay. And then let's see, now we're gonna go in with the red. And the red is his little cheeks. Sorry if I'm wiggling the camera. Right here. So we're gonna go in here and just fill all that in really good. Okay, just like that. And we're gonna go in the other cheek. Sorry, it's kind of hard for me to reach over here, so bear with me. With the wet background. Okay, just fill that in. And if you want to go back and fill it in again, or maybe wait for it to dry, you can always do that, but it's completely up to you. Okay, and then we're going to go in with the mouth. And there's a little part over here that's a tiny bit darker. It's like a shadow in there. So we're going to add a little tiny bit with black to our red, just to make it a little bit darker. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little tiny bit of my black with what was on my red brush, and maybe just a little bit more, and just kind of make it just a darker red, just not much, just a little bit darker, so we can fill it in, but it's different, okay? Just like that. I'm gonna clean out this brush. I'm still gonna use this small brush, and I'm gonna clean it out really, really good, because we're gonna go in with some white. And once again, I'm working with wet paint, so there's a good chance it will smear. So just bear with me if it does, and you guys can, like I said, and I'll have to go back and fix that because I got a little bit crazy. Okay, just fill that in really good. And as you can see, I can keep it like that if I wanted. I can go back in, probably with my brush, and just scoot it in and straighten it out, just like that. Just kind of clean it up, and then I'll have to touch up the black rather than touching up the white. I think I'll do that. So, but of course, I will definitely have to wait for the white paint to dry, or else I'll just be fighting it. And I'm not going to wait right now just because of the video, but you guys, you don't want it to keep blending, because then you just have to kind of go over your work over and over and over. So, all right, there's his little eyes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to outline him. Okay, so we're going to use our skinny brush, put some water on there, kind of get it like an inky consistency so it's smooth and goes around really nice. And I'm just going to go around him. And you're not going to be able to see this much because of the background, but that's okay. The little lines in here we can clean up. It'll definitely clean it up, as you can see. Okay, just keep going around them like this. There's a little black line right here. Do that. Go here. Just like that. And do his hands. Just like that. And then I'm going to continue and just kind of clean up that edge just like that. See how nice that just cleaned it up? And then we're going to go in here, do this little spot, and then continue it all the way down this little body. And I'm going to do right here. And I'm going to clean up his little feet. Just like that. Okay. And we're going to continue and do the same thing all around. I'm going to start over here actually and come back around. You can start wherever, but just make sure you outline the whole thing. Okay, just like that. Clean that up. Just going to clean up because mine grabbed a little bit of yellow. Like that. And I'm going to continue and just go around the whole thing. I'm going to do this back here, clean that up. Okay, then I'm going to, it's hard for me to put lights up this direction, but that's okay. I'll probably get paint all over my hand. I'd much prefer to do this probably flat, but so I'm sure it'll be a little bit easier for you guys to do it flat. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go right here. Sorry if I'm shading it and you can't see, but just doing the outline anyways. Okay. I'm gonna keep going around. That one grabbed too much yellow, but that's okay. I'll go back in and fix that. Okay. Just follow the little line. like that. And if your brush starts to get dry, then just add a little tiny bit more water. Okay. You want it to be kind of a inky kind of a consistency. I'm trying to brace my hand somewhere, but it's hard for me here. But I'm going to do his little hands. Okay, just like that. Okay. Now, just for a highlight around his ears, I want to just kind of do like that so we can see that his ears are there. See how that just kind of pops them outwards a little, but it's not a whole lot. I'm going to do the same thing with the cape, just like that. Or I'm not sure if this is a tail or cape. I'm sure you guys know. There's a little one there. Then I'm just going to kind of go around his little body and just kind of do the same thing, just a little highlights around, okay? Just to kind of bring him outwards from the background. And you don't have to do this if you don't want, but it just kind of pops him outwards a little bit. So, I forgot, excuse my allergies. I'm gonna go in on his cheeks and outline those. Okay, just like that. Okay, we're going to do the other one. This one's always a little bit harder for me because I don't have no place to put my hand. Okay, and mine's wet, so mine's grabbing the red, but that's okay. You just make sure yours is a little bit drier than mine, okay? And if it does grab it, you can always go back when it's dry and add whatever you want. So always remember that. There's really not a lot of mistakes that can be made with paintings because they are always fixable. You can always wait till they dry. You have to wait till they're dry though, or else you'll just have a mess. You'll just keep blending and keep blending paints, but you can always go back after it's dry. You can cover this whole entire thing if you wanted to. That's the best part about painting with acrylic, is it's very forgiving because you can always clean up or you can always paint over. So there's there. And then there's a few little spots that well, it's hard for me to reach on this one side, so I feel like I need to go over here and just kind of clean this up a little bit more. Just like that. Okay. Just like that over here. Clean this one up. And I'm going to go back in with mine. If you have any things that you want to clean up, just like I'm trying to clean up a few things here and there, then go right ahead. Just kind of go in there. Clean those up. Mine's grabbing black, which actually is all right. Just gonna go back over that with yellow, okay? Now I want to touch up over here because I feel like I need to clean this up. I don't think mine's quite dry enough yet, but that's okay. Just clean that up a little bit, just like that. I'm not sure what's on my thing there. No, it's like a little fuzz or something on it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with my yellow. Something was stuck on it, and then I'm gonna go back in here. Whoops. Let's see. With my yellow right here around its nose, because I must have touched it or something with my hand, probably. Just clean that up. Just like that. And then let's see, kind of want to clean up a little bit right here. Just like that. Like I said, you can clean up whatever you'd like. You don't have to. Let's see. I'm gonna go back in here and just kind of touch up a little bit, just to fill in the spots that I feel like I missed. There's that. Like I need a little bit more yellow in this little area right here. Just like that, fill that in. And let's see. And once again, if you want to go back into your cheeks or your mouth, you can always do that as well. Once it's dry a little bit, or else you're just going to keep making kind of lines. Okay, I'm going to touch up this little cheek really fast. Just to fill it in a little bit. I'm going to go on the side of that where I touch up this little area. Just like that. And let's see, did I do everything? I think so. I do believe so. I certainly hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I hope my light wasn't casting a shadow, so we'll see. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. Just have fun. That's the main thing about painting, is just have a good time and just, you know, do your own thing and do it however you like it. So, but I do hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you later. Bye.